right. Welcome everyone to the Not Hate Speech Show. I am your host, Dylan.
Hey, and I'm your host, John. Today we're going to be talking about cultural appropriation in movies and the race swapping argument that's going on.
Yup. So let's take a look at the article that we have up here from Blaze Media. Film critic locks down Twitter account after being mocked for saying white people portraying blue aliens in Avatar movie is cultural appropriation. And just to be clear, this is Avatar 2, the one that just came out.
Not
Um,
the old, different.
yup. Yup. All right, so let's see here. So we got a picture of her.
Now, I want to point out just first off, which I think is a really relevant thing to talk about, is we just got done with how long of people saying in response to Black Ariel, get over it. Ariel is not, she's a fictional character. She's not a real character. Anyone can play Ariel.
Yeah.
And now, which I said for the longest time, if it's only because she was a white character. It's because she was a character based in Greek and Roman mythology, and that was why it was okay to cast her as anyone. The moment you take a character that isn't white, now it's a problem. And here we have someone, like I said, now we have a problem. And it's not even Avatar characters don't even have like a clear race. Like they're fictional. They're entirely fictional. Like it's a conglomerate.
Well, of course. And then, actually, you and I saw the movie just the other day, and like, I mean, there was like discrimination in the movie itself. I feel like it definitely had woke themes to it, where like
Right.
the humans and Navi, they had issues with each other, and then the Forest Navi and then like the Sea Navi were like doing that too. And then there was whale racism. Like, where's the line? Why is it like whales
Right.
really?
The Forest Navi got discriminated against by the uh, Ocean Navi, and then the
Ugh.
whales got discriminated against by everybody, and like it was just everyone was oppressed. But also, what was even crazier is so it's funny that she's mentioned that she's saying that this was cultural appropriation. If you watch the movie, there was literally like European culture that the Navi engaged in. There were things that Europeans did that the Navi engaged in. So it's interesting that like she's so blind to European culture and white culture, but she so wants to defend the culture that she feels tribal with. Which the whole point of let's get past racism is that we stop being tribal. Like
Yeah.
we're telling white people stop being tribal, stop being tribal, stop being tribal, and then you have people like her who will go out of their way to find a problem that relates to her people in quotations that's not even real. Like this isn't a real problem. She does not have alien brothers and sisters.
Well, I
She
mean, like,
doesn't.
I mean, when
Alien
it
actors.
really comes down to it, like, people will find an issue with anything. Like, I remember recently, I forgot who the actress was, but some person on TikTok, was talking about her for enjoying the rain, and then basically proceeded to say that rain was racist.
That was Drew Barrymore.
Drew
Drew Barrymore.
Barrymore, that's who it
Who is
was.
I love her. I love Charlie's Angels. She's always just super nice. I've never seen her do anything mean. She's like living there. I don't think she's been in anything for a long time. So she's
Yeah.
like, being an actress. She just like, she's outside having a great day. And this bitch is like, you racist motherfucker.
Oh my God. It was really bad.
I'm
So
swearing.
yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like the lengths that people would go to. I mean, like just as the article says here, so a film television critic was mercilessly mocked for claiming white people portraying blue aliens,
Right.
fictional, in the newest Avatar movie were guilty of culturally appropriating people of color. Okay, first of all, like where's the line? How insane is that? Like, come on, it's a movie. It's a Disney movie of all things.
Well, this also
And
shows how crazy like the terminology of white versus people of color is already stupid, to be honest. Like the way people use it. I've been comfortable like when I was younger maybe with like having certain distinctions, but we're getting to the point where like it's literally everyone complaining about white people who don't like them because like people of color. So now blue aliens count as people of color. Like literally it just means not white at this point. Just say not white.
pretty
Don't say
much
people because
it's
you
people of
just mean
blue color.
not white at this point. When you're including aliens, you just mean not white.
They don't even exist.
They
They are
don't exist,
aliens. They are a work of fiction. Like
right? Which,
why?
which again, this same woman, if I promise you, you get this woman in a room and ask her about Black Ariel, she will tell you the reason why she's an idiot.
Well, I mean,
Because
she kind of is, and apparently her name is Kathia Woods, a writer for the Philadelphia Tribune. Oh God,
Mhm.
she's a writer. Ugh. Oh,
In
writer,
Philadelphia.
writer.
That was a nice city I visited.
Oh God. Okay, so I mean, let's kind of like.
Well, it looks like she got roasted.
Well,
Enough
of course.
people said it was dumb.
I mean, it is
At least,
dumb. It's stupid. It's silly. It's just like
but
I don't see the point in it. And I don't know. It definitely relates to the theme of like what you were talking about with Ariel and just
right,
like the race swapping of characters and whatnot. And it's just like in this case, it is a blue alien. They don't have any
right,
designation for what their like race is or whatever. Like it's just you had white people voice blue aliens. Big deal. Like
right.
what's the problem here?
Well, the funny thing also about it is that the only thing like, let's for an instance, because I do sometimes enjoy doing this. Let's try to take her argument at face value and say, okay, she meant something well by it. The only thing she could possibly mean is how the story relates to like Pocahontas, because it's very similar. The original story was very similar to Pocahontas.
Yeah.
And I guess trying to say that it relates to maybe Native Americans. However, as I mentioned, when you look at the movie, that's not entirely true. The aliens also take from European cultures, they take from a lot of different cultures. So it's actually more, if she really wants to stick to her guns on this topic, Ariel is directly from Greek and Roman mythology. She's got a freaking Greek god, Roman god dad. There's been the longest running story of, like fans believe that her and Hercules are cousins because it's so obvious that they're related in mythology. We've always known this. So if she wants to stick to her guns, then she should lead the charge that we shouldn't have a black Ariel then. And she's not going to do that because she's a racist. We
Yeah.
think.
Well, yeah, we think. Well, I mean, that is technically an opinion. And I
She
mean,
sounds
like,
like,
well, yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's also insane, but I do appreciate the fact that people roasted her for her absolute stupidity. I mean,
Well, it's
like,
only because of racist Twitter with Elon Musk just destroying it.
did you know that racism on Twitter has jumped 10,000% for African Americans because Elon Musk is also African American?
Right, and also because it was already so prevalent against white people. If you ever, someone told me something back before Elon Musk took over Twitter, and they said go on Twitter, type in white people, and type and choose latest, and
Oh
the
boy.
stuff you see is actually disturbing. People would share their screenshots, and it was just like literally hate speech,
Well, yeah.
just
I
not
mean, that comes from a
not
lot of
being
the left. A lot of the left do that, and it's just, and then they think, oh, it's discrimination. It's not racism. And if you
yeah,
look at the definition of racism, it's
right.
discriminating against someone else's different skin color. Like, are you people stupid? Like,
People, the thing I've said to people is, I'm like, just because you put like a cute term on the way that you treat people poorly because of their skin color doesn't really make it better.
yeah.
Oh, well, I call it something different. I call it like the Kiki time. Like,
Oh my
okay,
God. Well,
it's not
oh,
a clan thing, it's a
that's an
Kiki.
yeah. I mean, that's like an entirely different subject. Kind of like how Twitter said, oh, we don't shadow ban people, and then it was renamed to be visibility filtering. It's the
Right.
exact same concept. It's just using linguistics to manipulate how people understand a situation when it's
Which
really the same
way
thing that
the
you just told it what it was.
yeah, and that's a major way that liberal, like left wing people control arguments is they change all the language to suit them.
Of
And then like
course,
the line just doesn't
like
work anymore.
like when the Biden administration tried changing the definition of what a recession was because it didn't look favorable to the Biden administration. Of course, I mean that's what they do.
Oh no, the economy is going great. It's just $10 for a bottle of Febreze now that was $1 before.
Yeah,
What
insane.
was the other? Like something else that's like $10 now, and it's just insane. I don't
I don't know. It's silly, but it is what it is. But
go
I
back
mean,
to
yeah, I mean, we're getting close to wrapping up, but I mean, I will just say I really appreciate the fact that like she got roasted. So someone on Twitter allegedly said, "Hey, Kathia Woods, you are a straight up clown. The things that come from liberal brains is astounding. I pity you people." Responded another critic. Come on, this is ridiculous, right? It's a sci-fi movie. We know the inspiration behind it, but it doesn't represent them. These are supposed to be blue aliens, nothing more, nothing less. Read another reply. So, I mean, that pretty much puts it exactly where it needs to be. I mean, it is a sci-fi movie. Blue
and then
aliens. Get over it.
guys they shared a review that was nice to her. I guess it says not everyone disagreed. Let's,
Yeah, but I mean, honestly,
you're like, nah, fuck it.
yeah,
Damn it.
it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's really all that we have time for, at least for this subject right now. So to everyone that's watching right now, thanks for chiming in or tuning in, whatever. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you hit up the like button, it helps with the algorithm, keeps us relevant, and lets us continue making more content. Hitting that subscribe button also helps. And again, thanks for joining us with the Not Hate Speech Show. I'm your host, Dylan.
I'm your host, John. Bye.
All right, see you guys later.